Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Last we left off, all we did was just enter this tent and talk to these people to death, and this man with his ever so confusing line of logic to talk is like, I had no idea how to approach him. It's like, what the hell am I saying? I think it was basically, you just pick all the choices and then go to the very end. I think that's all it was, which made it very stupid and confusing, and I still have no idea what he's talking about, but whatever. In the meantime, there is this person that I can talk to. As I promised, I did everything I could to boost up my logic. I have a lot of clothing that boosts logic. I can't believe it, but let's see.
Right again. So, how are things going?
Look, I went from 4 to 8. 9, 10. So now we can do... I need a 6. Quite honestly 50-50. I don't know how that's 72, because 8, 9, 10, I need a 6 or higher. That's, in terms of a dice roll, that is... okay, a little more than 50%, but still, whatever. Let's do it.
A number of
Oh
things
god,
don't
almost.
add up. Let's take a look.
I almost missed that. Oh, thank god.
How about gather around, kids?
Look, I got some bad news for you, Andre. Things aren't adding up.
What things?
Well... you're sober. Is it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore. Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Yeah, maybe not today, Egg. But you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me, right?
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
And I'm not trying to knock that. The point I'm making here is that I know.
What exactly is it you know?
He sounds confrontational. Okay, look. Be real with me here. This isn't the makings of a club. This is a tent full of laboratory equipment. You know, possibly for manufacturing drugs?
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points to the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Yeah, one speaker. Where's his friend? Did he lose it somewhere?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker, as I said. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one speaker systems.
That makes no sense at all. Well, you have all this Nocifed here. Something tells me it's an active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
And the distilled water? Cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Ether in the air? Very useful solvent. Also good for getting acting agents out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
He smiles nervously. Is there really any more point for me to pile on anymore?
No shit.
He sounds tired. In short, you try to use a police detective to set yourself up a drug lab.
That's... come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
You say potato, I say potato. So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Well, you tell me what's really going on here, and we'll work from there. I may be a cop, but I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
How about not calling backup and hauling you all off to the pen to start with?
Okay, man, okay.
He raises his hands.
Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Weathershall.
Because we do! We totally do!
We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
And why exactly do you need me to help you with that?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Spooked up. They're not really all that spooky, right?
No, man, they're spooky all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Hmm. You're right. I did say I would be lenient. And my leniency is contingent on what I find in that church. Once I've done that, then I'll decide on what to do with you guys.
We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. Before you go, is there anything else you need?
Nope, that's it for now. Wait, can I?
Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically.
Yes. The what now? Yes. What?
He nods.
Wait, did I really finish everything?
enthusiastically.
Truth is, I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
When I first scouted the place...
Yes.
And it...
No. Felt like
Not exactly.
Oh my god, that was a long line of talking.
What?
Okay, so I literally just kind of... Well, I was fair, because I don't know anything about the church yet. You know, I'm not gonna lie and say some clubs, not all, some clubs, and a heavy emphasis on some, because I'm pretty sure it's not a good majority of them, but I know some clubs probably dabble in a little bit of the special while you're out on the dance floor, you know, have a little fun, be out of your mind, have a bit more fun. Next thing you know, you're waking up in the morning naked in someone's bed. That kind of fun. No, seriously, so... Not to mention that the current climate of Revachol, I can't blame them for wanting to do a drug den dance club. It's... I'm not gonna lie, it is not a revolutionary idea. It's something that's been tried before, even in real life. I'm sure, like I said, there are some clubs that are probably still like that, but... Yeah, I can't pass judgment on them yet, especially when I don't know what's happening in the church. I want to know for sure. Yes. Bye, folks. I will see you all in a bit. This music is so loud. Get me out of here. I feel like I'm shouting. And then there's one more person out here that we can talk to. The fourth member of their team.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks, posse. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
I mean, she's also wearing a skirt. She has to be freezing. And you must be Adele.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing?
They did, yes.
Will you help us?
Well, I'll say this. What happens in that tent stays in there.
That's cool by me.
She nods knowingly.
She looks prettier all of a sudden. The muscles of her face have relaxed. She must be quite pleased.
But dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
Well, I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Well, it's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Heroic authority. I have no authority. I am not surprised on that. I need an actual 12. Nope. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. So, the others told me that you went inside the church just over there. Do you mind telling me what you saw in there?
Oh, that. You're not gonna believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Well, how can you be so sure if you haven't even told me yet? Why not give it a try?
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Interesting. Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. And what did this crabman look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
No, you were wrong. I do believe you.
Why?
Well, for starters, it seems way too ludicrous for a lie. Why put that much effort into it?
I guess so. Anyway, what else?
Well, I'd like to know a little bit more about your associate. That was a very abrupt stop. I would thought you would tell me more, but, okay, whatever. Well, I'd like to know more. Wait, can I actually...
Oh,
She's less prone.
okay. She was dressed... And then he stopped.
Like a crab.
It was too...
Come on.
Oh.
She obviously could.
I ended...
She already went into detail.
I ended the conversation too early. I thought it was going to continue back. Never mind. Alright, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
No, I believe you.
Why?
Da da da.
I guess so.
Da da da.
Anyway, what else?
Have you seen a red-haired woman around here lately?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Huh. Well, that's good then. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
And what exactly are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
Recording what?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait. What happened to your headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
Sold them?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings supposed to be for? You know, the cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Oh, no, I get it. ASMR. Ambient sound music recording. I think that's what it stands for. ASMR. No, I get it. I totally get it. You're recording sound for ASMR. No, that's cool. That really is.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, you're cold.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. A bit too large for her. You know, that's fine. I can live without the Samaran hat. I'll be honest, even though it's one logic. I can live without it. I really can. It's kind of rubbing me the wrong way that I'm wearing it.
Go ahead.
What kind of device do you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
And what am I supposed to do with that?
No idea.
Oh, for the love of... Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I meant the boxer. Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Sorry. Brain was a little bit confuzzled there. Do you mind telling me how it works?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Huh. And where exactly did you get it from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
And what is the Elysium?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Oh, Arnold van Eyck there. Is this the guy your friend Egghead likes?
Oh yeah, Egg's really into him. Maybe even too into him. He's a pretty intense personality.
Oh, don't I know it. I've been told I can be intense too.
I don't know what that means.
A grind.
I don't know what that means either.
I grind. Oh, I can't believe I said that so straight-laced. It's like, I grind. Oh my goodness. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock. In the form of a rec tape player and a completely trash hostel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. Yeah, time has definitely deserted me to some degree.
Sucks, man.
Oh, come!
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
I should have just thought while I was ahead. But it's fine. The day's almost over. I don't care. I had some more non-mic questions.
Okay.
I'd like to know a little bit more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
What do you mean? You came here with them, right? I'd imagine you must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Okay. Then what about you? Why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Ah. Okay. Well, I'll ask about that later about all this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Well, shrug. That's it for now.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Can I raise my empathy? I lost my hat. I forgot what that did. I know it did one logic. It probably also... It probably subtracted something else, but that's fine. That's fine and dandy. Orange bum hat. I didn't know I had an orange bum hat. Give me my regular hat back. I want to be encyclopedic. Maybe... no, that's fine. Jacket. I don't need logic at this point. I need empathy. Can something give me empathy? Something tells me I will not get empathy. Wait a minute. Oh, these glasses give empathy. Okay, sure. That's fine. Anything else gives me empathy? Esprit de corps. Esprit de corps. Visual calculate. I'll put this on. Put this back on, please. Thank you so much. Put the logic. Esprit de corps and chevals. No, that's fine. Physical instruments. Yeah, why not? I have terrible physical instrument, I'll be honest with you. Electrochemistry, self-welfare, kingdom to conscience, 2 logic. Found people. Wait, what is this? Oh my god, I had this for 2 logic, and well, you know what, that's fine. I passed the logic check, so that's fine. Oh yeah, I wanted to wear my armor again. Where's my armor? Pain, threshold, volition, empathy. Yes. Put this back on, please. Thank you so much. And I think that's all I can do. Okay. So I didn't really get anything for empathy. Did I? I got the glasses, and that's it. Let's give it a shot. Or I could do that too.
500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Yay! +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in... Wow! Oh, wow. At the same time, that scares me. Against enemies in FT500 armor. Is there actual combat in here? Because if there is, it's been 49 episodes and I have not seen a lick of combat. Well, to be fair, I still don't have my gun. And yet I have 2 bullets with me. Those 2 bullets aren't going to save my ass. They're not. But, you know, that's not bad. +2 hand-eye coordination, I'll definitely take it. Because God knows I need hand-eye coordination. Oh, no, wait, that's against enemies. Well, would it count for the body? Hanging in the tree? Because he still has his boots, I think. Unless those aren't the armor boots. Whatever. So we got that. Not the most helpful because it is contingent on someone against the FT500. So, not the most helpful. Although, I can imagine it being helpful in the long run to some degree. I also got another point. So, I will go ahead and do another thought process. Regular law official. Internalize the normalcy, yada yada yada. Wompty Dom Wompty Dompty Dom Center. What the heck is that? Wompty Dompty Dom. That doesn't sound great at all. Searchlight Division. Missing persons cases just really get to you. It's hard to Oh god. Actual art degree, white morning. You see yourself from up above. You're passed out on the blue tiles. Lily of the Valley. Commodore Red. He puts his disco clothes on. I almost dropped my mic. Yeah, I have no idea what I want. Regular law official. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is falling apart and is rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Compressed into a small area. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. You know, yeah, why not? Why not? I'll maintain pain threshold. That gives me more health. I like that. 2 volition. Yeah, we'll leave that. Bow collector. I'll leave that for now. Okay, yeah, we'll do a new thought. That seems like a waste for a volumetric shit compressor, but here we are. Oh. Sure, I want to know what this does. I am curious. Alright, so we'll just wait 30 minutes. It probably won't happen in this episode, but it's fine. If it does, then that's amazing. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. Hello, miss.
Hello again.
Ooh, God, I have no empathy. I don't want to talk to her about this yet because it might lower this. And that would kinda... Yeah, actually, no. Let's try it. So, your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. Though I'm guessing you kinda knew of this plan?
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth. Which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
Well, I don't quite care. I'm honestly a little bit crazy. Just want you to know that I know about the plan.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them. And I will in the future. I promise. May I ask? What did you tell them?
That I'm going to decide after I've looked into the church situation. It's not fair to them, and I promise to be lenient as much as I can.
Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time.
Okay, so that didn't do it. Okay, I imagine if I did act terrible, like, okay, give me the money, people. It's like, why'd you do that? That was our life savings. Now we're stuck here. Oh, that would have been terrible. Anyway, yeah, let's just give this a try. Wait a minute. 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Why not?
The device is cold to the touch.
Close, but not quite.
Angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Alright, so that was fine. Yeah, that didn't quite help as much as I had hoped, but it's fine. Oh, God, it is getting late at night. In terms of the day, I might be able to do the church, and then I'll have nothing else to do in terms of, you know, the rest of the day. You feel a shadow of a very large building fall upon you. Dewy pews into shadows. Many seem to be missing. So this church is quite run down. And we get 55 cents. An altar shrouded in dark. Or something like that. It's way too hard to tell. There are so many things to examine on this thing. The sign reads St. Brune, 1147. What is this? Oh, a dead phone. Smashed receiver. Like someone hung up too hard. Well, that must have been quite the intense phone call if we're hanging up quite difficultly hard. There should be a trap around here. I remember Professor Morell saying something about a trap. And I am not seeing a trap. I'm seeing a bunch of other crap, but not... Oh, wait. Is that a trap? That is not the trap. Okay, but before I get way too waylaid, because I do kind of want to go into the church. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big-ass one. And we get $2.55 because, yay, people hid their money everywhere. Why did people hide their money everywhere in Jamrock? Were they really that desperate to hide their money from their wives? And then they just end up forgetting because now I'm finding all the money here in
Heavy
Jamrock.
wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Yes, look at the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
Have you seen this symbol before, Kim?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What's it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
Junior delinquency?
For Revachol aussi, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket. And what exactly here is suggestive of junior delinquency?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Fair. I mean, it does appear to be a modern design, but does the cheery guy know he's dead? Or does the dead guy not care that he is? I mean, what exactly is the irony that they're going for here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Of course, Kim. Thumbs up. Interface scene. Yeah, I have a 6, 7, yeah. Anything but a 2.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Well, let's just put it on my ledger, right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
That was a secret task. Style my paperwork.
You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Yay! Now let's open the damn padlock.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
The lieutenant nods at you. You know, I intended to do the church first, but then I went exploring, and then I went to the tent for... You know, this game is probably like, it's like, you know, building, let's look at the building. And it's like, oh, I could have gotten the key for this guy if I kept going. Very interesting. It's like, it makes you think this is first, when you can just go to the tent. Well, there is no order, obviously, but going to the tent first makes this going in easier.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
And into the dark church we go. Wow, what the hell? Where am I? Oh, okay, we're zooming in. I was like, where am I? Wow. Okay, this place looks so much bigger inside than it did outside, and it's kind of creepy. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay, I'll walk. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. I kind of still want to run, but it makes me feel bad if I run. If I run, I might something happen. More like the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. More of, excuse me. Bark beetles? No, no. This looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. And we'll just continue walking because we're going to respect the area. There are a lot of things here. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? Why radio? 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. On empty and still spinning. A portable Harman Woshi tape recorder. Someone siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
This is like in that abandoned building, the place designated Fortress Occident.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, but this looks a lot like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Well, let me just investigate it a bit.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Fortress Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
You again? What is this?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Fortress Occident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company named Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun. That's the church.
The
Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Well, hi again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Well, I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I don't know.
I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
So whatever they were doing way in the doomed commercial district It's happening here too. What is this?
Sleep well, votre accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. Nothing happens.
Okay, cool. Huh. Interesting. No, really interesting. What is this?
In white, silver, and apricot fields, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her Innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How do I know that this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her Innocence, Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
But what exactly is an innocence? I know I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world's spirit.
So a ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocent rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. And innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
And is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
I see. So, when did Dolores Day rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindium, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
So the innocence is a very high ruling person. Uh, Quite obviously a high religious person. So basically, in the real world, basically like the Pope. Except, unlike the Pope in the real world, the innocence has a lot of sway in how human relations and the human world is to react within the next, what, God knows how long, like, and push forward plans that might normally take a few centuries into a few days. Okay. A few days. Oh, God, no, not a few days. A few decades. What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
Why?
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow. No, really, wow. So, her rule as Innocence basically allowed what is now known as the modern world to become what it is. Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
Oh. Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Oh. Well, then again, as much as there's a good side, there's also a bad side to the history.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum.
I mean, of course, the things she does could be bad in terms of, but depend on your point of view. But yeah, it sounds kind of bad that she waged war against people that did not believe in her uh innocentic ideals. That's That's kind of horrific. For that reason to wage war, that's kind of horrific.
Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case. Oh my god. War criminal! Oh god. Just looking around.
Okay. It's just that you've been looking at that window for quite long now. And it's cold in here.
He takes off his glasses to clean them.
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
You're right. And I will do this part later because, well, my mic box keeps falling for one, and two, it's already 52 minutes before any small cuts here and there. So I'm going to call it an end to this episode. Please? Hello? Hello? Oh, I had the thought thing first before I can do it. Okay, yeah. Well, let me do that first and then I'll end the video. God damn it. Otherwise, it'll be a bit awkward. I mean, I could save, but let's do this first.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Yay. Please hurry.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
What? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. Thank you. That feels like a waste of time. Thank you so much. That feels not worth my time. Oh, great. Well, whatever. I learned it, and it was a total waste of time. There we go. Now I can. Okay, yeah, I was stuck by that. That sounded like a waste of time. I will not question it. I will just end the video here because I am getting tired. I really am. But in the next one, we'll continue exploring this church and see what it is Adele was not happy of. And... well, not happy of. What did she see, I should say. God dang it. And then work from there. But until then, I'll see you all on the next episode. Later!